Pipelines across Afghanistan. UNOCAL is more than 100 years old and has onshore and offshore operations worldwide. UNOCAL is committed to improving the communities in which we do business. For example, we maximize the number of local employees by providing education, training, technology transfer, competitive salaries, good employee benefits, and working conditions. UNOCAL's vision is to build 2 pipelines across this region. The 48-inch diameter pipeline shown in red will transport gas from Turkmenistan to markets in Pakistan and beyond. The 42-inch diameter pipeline shown in green will transport oil from Central Asia to a new terminal on the Pakistan coast. The pipelines can also be used to supply energy to Afghanistan and to export Afghanistan's own oil and gas resources. Both pipelines must cross Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. Stability in these countries, plus cooperation and agreements between the governments of the 3 countries, are the key elements needed to make this vision a reality. By using satellite photographs and computer analysis, we have been able to map out the most suitable pipeline route. This simulation shows both pipelines running together near Herat. The different colors indicate the soil or rock type along the way. The oil pipeline will be built to a new terminal on the Pakistan coast. Oil will be pumped from the storage tanks onto ocean-going tankers for export to the world's markets. Some international pipelines have been built across similar remote areas. Traditional ways of life, however, can continue unaffected. Construction of pipelines in remote areas is difficult. Huge quantities of construction equipment, vehicles, and materials and supplies must be transported from overseas to the construction sites. An access road must be built along the entire pipeline route right-of-way. Trench excavation is done alongside the access road. Explosives are occasionally required in exceptionally rocky sections. However, most of the excavation can be done using heavy construction equipment. While the excavation crews are doing their work, other crews are taking delivery of the pipe sections. preparing them, and doubling their length by making the first welds. The double joints of pipe are then transported to the constantly moving construction site. They are fitted together precisely for field welding and welded into much longer sections. Special habitats are lowered over the pipe and used to protect both the welder and the weld from the harsh conditions and to minimize the number of weld defects. The joints are tested, cleaned, and coated so the pipeline will not corrode and will provide reliable transportation of oil and gas for years to come. Bedding material is manufactured from the excavated rock using a special machine. Then, the long pipeline sections are lowered into the trench. The pipeline is buried about 1 meter below ground level. Often, water reservoirs are required for testing the pipeline before oil or gas are introduced. Several construction camps and logistic bases are required to support all of the activities going on simultaneously. Many backup services are needed to keep the construction work moving. These resemble temporary villages, providing food, accommodations, recreation, and medical care for the workforce. At intervals along the pipeline route, compressor and pump stations will be built to keep the oil and gas flowing properly. These are major complexes, which will offer long-term employment and serve as operations and maintenance bases for years and years. These local operations and maintenance employees will be specially trained. They will be responsible for keeping the sophisticated equipment in top working condition. They are the people who will keep the gas and oil flowing to provide much needed energy to the region. UNOCAL's vision is to work with the governments and people of Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, and Pakistan and build these two historic pipelines across Afghanistan. This will require massive investment, importation of materials and equipment from around the world, and employment and training of thousands of local people. The pipelines will provide a great boost to the economies of the region, not only through direct project revenue and employment, but also indirectly through growth of support industries such as material and equipment supply, agriculture and food supply, medical care, telecommunications, electric power generation, transportation, and social programs. Stability, good international government relations, and productive negotiation towards binding international agreements are critical success factors. Pipelines across Afghanistan, a vision moving towards reality.